Welcome to the fifth of 6 videos looking at Chapter 5 of Wheeler's most excellent book on risk management and risk statements. And what we're doing here is we're looking at some of the additional readings that I've associated with the book. And in this case, we're looking at a quantitative analysis, and we're looking at a number of different tools. So what we're going to do during this video is look at these 5 tools: linear programming, querying analysis, simulation, PERT CPM, and decision theory, and then kind of define them. And then in the following and final video, we're going to look at how these approaches map into information security. So with that kind of an introduction, let's get into it. Let's talk a little bit about quantitative analysis. So the first of these tools is called linear programming. Linear programming is where you're mapping out, you're coming up with a mathematical calculation of what is the best outcome. And then you're using that mathematical model to show relationships between different courses of action, and then you've got a feasible region that shows this is where you want to be. These are the solutions that would be acceptable to the user. So interesting approach, solves a subset of those problems that are out there and allows you to quantify and to justify what the best solution is going to be. Another one's called queuing theory, and I think our queuing analysis. And this is an example from a grocery store. I guess I could have used an example from an airport, probably very common to all. But when you're looking at the wait lines or queues that are associated with providing a particular service, and again, this is all fairly straightforward. It's a operations research area. It's very mathematically intensive, but not hard to do. It's simple math, if you will, just a lot of it. And allows you to make decisions about how many resources, how many lines do I have open, what's our wait time that we want associated with providing a particular service in average case and in worst case. Simulation's another one of these things that have come up. This is a flight simulator, obviously. The instrumentation is all real, but it's just not connected to a real plane. What they're seeing out there is all simulated. So you're eliminating all the wear and tear, fuel maintenance associated with flying a plane, but getting the same kind of training effect. But you can use this a lot for reaching decisions and about modeling a particular system and then using that to decide what do I want to do. It's a kind of a nascent area within information security at this particular point in time. Another way of reaching decisions is really something that we've known about since the 1950s, associated with project management. And it's that's the idea that we're going to go out and look at what our critical path is. That's what CPM stands for, critical path methodology. And what you're trying to do is lay out the task, lay out the resources, how much time is it going to take to do each one, figure out what is the longest path through the system, and then work on that critical path. Because if you can shorten that longest path, then the other components, you can then shorten that longest path, you can shorten the overall project. Again, another one of these quantitative approaches that is commonly used, and this paper uses this along with queuing theory and linear programming and a couple other approaches to look at information security. All right, decision theory. That's going to be the last of the approaches, and this is where you're looking at various choices and then breaking down on how do you make the best decisions. What are your uncertainty beliefs? What are your set of values? What is your descriptive decision theory? And how can that all be used to make decisions within a particular course of outcome that you're trying to achieve? All right, well, guess what? That's a lightning round explanation of these kind of 5 approaches. What we're going to do during the next video is actually apply these approaches to information security. So keep on studying, keep on learning. And I look forward to seeing you in the 6th of 6 videos. The next video, we're looking at risk statements, and in this particular case, looking at quantitative analysis in information system or security system development lifecycle.